Greetings, everyone. I'm back, and for some reason, YouTube's been cutting off my recordings. I don't know if it's the computer that I'm on and the connection speed, but I'll go and record a 10-minute YouTube recording, and like with this one, you only got 7 minutes and 16 seconds of my precious gems, and so it cut me off, and so what I was saying in my last recording, how I ended it, was essentially that greatness is not something you have to do or have to seek or have to be. It's just something just that you are, that we all are. It's just my only exhortation is for you to claim whatever that, claim yours. That's to claim yours, however that is. And to do that. So that pretty much sums up what I had said for the other 2 minutes of that post. But I was kind of upset because I have made 2 or 3 recordings since I've been here, and I've lost the endings. Like, I have a poem and it's missing like 5 lines. The one, my melted poem. And but I decided to go ahead and post it anyway. So that being said, I actually wanted to segue into a slightly different topic, and I figured I should do at least 2 posts because I hadn't talked to you in a couple of days. But the second part is a different topic. After the claim the greatness, um, I want y'all to tap into and assign or connect with and release your inner pimp. And that's funny because I've had an interesting awareness the last couple of days. You know, I had mentioned, I had did some posts before about my pimp friend and how I was a whole in training for 2 days. And since I had come back to LA, I had contacted him or whatever because I was thinking about meeting up with him or whatever. And then I decided, man, it wasn't such a good idea. Um, yeah, for whatever reasons. And so I decided not to. And I had the pleasure of telling the pimp, no, you can't see me. No, I won't even meet up with you for dinner because it's not a good idea for me. There's nothing in it for me. Yeah, you could imagine how that conversation went. But what was interesting is that every time I interact with him in particular, I am learning. You know, I'm like peeping his pimp game, and he's a master at it. He's really, really good. And I'm peeping not just what he say, but how he says it and how he interacts and the psychology behind it and how I'm responding and how I'll do one thing or say one thing and then he'll go respond this way. And I'm just noting all this shit and I'm just like, you know, taking note of this and I'm just like really, really like, yeah, this is good stuff. Good stuff. I didn't randomly attract him into my life for no reason. And I'm perfectly all right with just occasionally interacting with him on the phone, and that's good enough. But what the coolest thing about this interaction is, you know, and me learning how to claim my inner pimp is that it's so freeing talking to him on the phone because he just talk totally crazy. He just be saying whatever, you know, like. You know, he was like, well, since I'm coming to see you and I'm driving 100 plus miles and I know we get in a hotel room. And I'm like, no, I got somewhere to sleep. That don't mean a damn thing. Uh, you know, he was like, well, if I drive out, I said, I don't give a damn. You the one who came to see me. I ain't got shit to do with me. Um, you know what? You know, it's so funny because you always have to keep in the back of your mind that he's pimping. He's pimping me. He pimping whoever he come in contact with, and he's always coming from the energy. And he told me from jump when he very openly go and introduced himself as that that's what he is. And I never ever let that slip my mind. And so even when I decided that it would just cause too much confusion to actually even go and just, you know, meet up with a brother for a meal. No, he ain't just no average brother. And I can learn from him, but, you know, I'm fine with an occasional conversation as far as my occasional pimp lesson. But that being said, there is a lot of value in how pimps operate because they're masters at the art of communication. And even though they use this information in a very manipulative way for their own reasons and their own benefit, you could still flip the script and take the communication techniques and use it in general. And I started drawing parallels because another one of my master teachers was head of a major significant religious organization. And he used the same shit. He was like a master manipulator. My days always call him a master psychologist, but when I had my personal interaction with him and got to know him well on a personal level, he's a master manipulator. He was a pimp, y'all. And if you look at any religious leader, great leader, period, it's like they have mastered the element of pimping. And even though pimping has a totally negative connotation, I think in order to really tap into your greatness, if you are interested in or feel inclined to resonate towards being any kind of any kind of leadership role, that's part of it. And so I'm receiving this. I'm receiving it. The universe is sending me this. I apparently my soul decided a long time ago there was some pimp lessons I needed to get to add to my little repertoire of skill sets, and that's what I'm learning. Cause I'm telling you, it is so fascinating. Y'all ever talk to a pimp? And he's really, really good. It's like one of the things that my very limited experience with pimps has been is that the ones that I've met, they have very conflicted relationships with women. It's like they're trying to prove something or trying to exert their power, really trying to manipulate and control females. And they, at some point, either hate them or fear them or have very uh, significant issues with them, which kind of led or allowed them to choose this as an occupation. But this brother, it just seemed like that's just what he is. He's just good at it, and that's what he does. I don't feel that he has very negative associations with females. I feel like he just look at them as a income source and let me see how I could pimp this and get what I need to get out of it. Cause he was like, see, you told me I was scared, that I was running from him, I was trying to hide. I'm like, I ain't scared of shit. That ain't got nothing to do with it. I just know what I want and what's best for me. And for us to go and link up is just not a good thing for me. You know, possibly never. But it was so refreshing and so freeing to just tell somebody this, you know. And the thing about it is, it wasn't like done in a mean way. I didn't say that he wasn't attractive. I didn't say that I didn't think he was interesting. I just said that it would not be a good idea for me to go and meet up. That's all I said. And so I'm sure still it was rather hurtful, but I'm just going to be honest. Because I told him he had no respect for boundaries. He didn't understand the word no. And any interaction would just inevitably lead to too much confusion. And I didn't want to have that in my life. I had no need for it. And that's what I told him. So he was like, see, you have no idea what kind of plans I have for you. And I'm like, yeah, that's the whole point. You have plans. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to stop the recording right now and see if it cuts me off, okay? And if it does, then good night. I love y'all. Mwah. Peace.